Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be taking up my second rank 4 champion, and first one was effectively a mystic class rank up gem, so I was bound to the mystic class. However, this time I can choose any, and I have long believed that there are four top options as your initial rank 4 champions currently in the game out of all the aspects considered. I do think that the four best champions to take up to rank 4 in MCOC right now are Serpent, Deathless Thanos, Photon, and Onslaught. Unfortunately, my Onslaught's unduped, so I wouldn't do that, but I do have the rest of the options available to me. And I really do like Photon though, but I'm gonna go in with Serpent this time around, and it is not going to be for the reasons that most people would believe. It's not because my alliance needs a defender, or it's not because, you know, I want to rank him up as a BG defender specifically for everybody to keep banning him, even though it obviously will be an added benefit. The true reason of it is, as much as I hate Serpent defensively, and I really do think that Serpent is amongst the wave of champions that made MCOC actively worse and less fun, and it is moving MCOC in the worst direction defender wise, alongside Bullseye and alongside Enchantress and a few other champs. I really do not like how he was constructed as a defender. But once I got over the initial dislike of the character, I realized that I absolutely love using Serpent offensively. And realistically speaking, Serpent has been my MVP for Act 8.4, Act 9.1. He was MVP in his CCP challenge when we have to go back in Necropolis. He was amazing for that. He was one of the MVPs for Epoch of Pain overall, as well as many of the individual fights along the time when we could use him. He was by far anyway the biggest MVP now in the Grandmaster's Gauntlet. And I actually have started using him more and more offensively in Battlegrounds too. And he has also become one of the more viable Alliance War attackers, specifically taking some very, very mean boss fights. So, I genuinely really like the guy. That's about all there is to say about it. Offensively, I have enjoyed using him. I think he's great. I think he's quite straightforward to use. Incredibly versatile. Obviously, wish he had a bit quicker damage ramp up, but all that said, I'm very happy to be taking up Serpent. Now, Deathless Thanos is also on my shortlist. I really want Deathless Thanos and Photon and Onslaught. Those are realistically, hopefully, going to be my first 5-ish champions that I rank up, provided I can dupe that Onslaught. But for now, I think he's just about perfect and fits the roles. Deathless Thanos is an absolute monster as well. Offensively, you'd argue for like shorter content like Battlegrounds and stuff, he's better than Serpent. But in general, I think they're relatively equal, because Serpent is still the better defender. Tier 5 Alpha Catalyst, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's brilliant. Right, that said, obviously taking him in Realm of Legends at this point is going to be unfair, but, well, not unfair, but inconclusive. We're going to do some Labyrinth of Legends fights with him too. And what is my prestige now? I am at 31,600, so that's not too awful anymore. Quite like that. There is space for one more prestige rank up, I believe, for me at some point. So we're not going to bother with the synergy team. I do not have any boosts or recall masteries or anything active like that right now, even though obviously he's not the champion for recall masteries with the amount of specials he throws. That's one of the cooler things I like about him too. The constant true focus, so bypass, miss, and evade, but also the continuous power gains, just giving you feeling that you can spam your special attacks borderline indefinitely. So Again, he's not going to have greatest of the cuff damage, but... And this is why I hate Realm of Legends AI. Realm of Legends AI at times have no instinct of self-preservation, so they never turn on that block. Okay, so I clearly made a boo-boo there. This is not the greatest fight at all. Again, why do you stand there? Man, this is rubbish. He's gonna go beat up on the Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord. I think that'd be better. That's 6 times bigger health pool, but we'll be fine. Again, he just doesn't put up his block. That ruins everything. That ruins everything. I genuinely do think that Serpent being as good an attack is accidental byproduct of Kabam giving him like all the infinite defensive abilities, and they actually becoming handy. So obviously that was not a great fight at all. But let's see how well he does against Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord, which is going to be 3.4 million health. He's definitely not the fastest champ out there. But again, he does so many tricky matchups, and I genuinely like using him on attack. Obviously, if opponent has a ton of armor ups and a huge armor rating, then he beasts them quite quickly. But there's another Cosmic Champion that I pulled recently that I need to take to rank 3. Let's go. Let's go, baby Star-Lord. Show me what you got. But yeah, in between his immunities, immortality, true focus being there very quickly and the entire fight, in between his varied sources of damage and access to burst damage, him synergizing extremely well with power shield and attack modifier nodes too. Man, this guy is gonna put in work for sure, and has been putting in work. And you know, likely for foreseeable future, I will not be fighting Serpents in Battlegrounds 2. Even though I do not mind fighting Serpent as much anymore, because now obviously Kabam has sold us like 15 new counters to Serpent. But it was still always fun drafting Serpent, having opponent draft a counter to Serpent, and then just using Serpent against like Bullseye or something. So now, there we go. There we already have 10k bursts on the level 1. Now it's going to be even more. Now it's 11.5k. We're going to start getting Fury passives in just a second. There we go. We already have 1 Fury passive. Now we have over 12k bursts. Sweet. 22k mediums as well. Like, his damage, you know, ramps up to be quite godly, to be honest. There you go. 13k bursts on each level 1. And you can just spam those level 1s like nobody's business. And we're not done ramping up. For like a champion that's clearly designed to be primarily a nightmare defender, he genuinely has surprising amount of offensive uses. And again, I would have not thought ever like that I will end up wanting to rank up Serpent for his offensive abilities. He's not the type of champion I typically like either. But the more I ended up using him, the better it just felt, man. And he kind of feels similar to Dr. Doom in a sense that you're just in control of the fight, where you're incredibly tanky, you feel safe. And now my game has started lagging again, which kind of sucks. But now at this point, we are close to the max ramp up, I would say. Not quite, but... And we're getting 20k burst on each hit there. Should I try and go for level 2 for funsies? Because, you know, critting for 30k already here. It's quite substantial. Again, do not have to worry about the weight. I still think level 1's probably better. But, you know, just level 2 being there as an option. It's quite nice as well. Look at those bursts of 19k. It's a lot of damage. And there we go. I actually want to record Serpent in Battlegrounds as an attacker. For sure. That'll be a nice video. There you go, 3 minutes 29. So it's not the fastest time, but it was such an easy and well-controlled fight. There's like no waves, no nothing. And it's definitely not slow. Well, there you go. So that is my second rank 4. I'm sure that there will be people making comments again that I made a wrong or a bad choice, but I like it. I'm genuinely very, very, very happy with this choice. So let me know who are your rank 4 7 stars, and if you do want to submit gameplay of them, then please do reach out to me. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all